Well, I'm not sure what you mean by real sign of progress, but I do expect to see relative signs of progress. Actually, because you're just discussed gold, we don't really look at gold as an asset allocation item, but of course it's an important market signal. And I wouldn't be that bearish in the short term. The gold chart, for example, looks exactly the same as the MSCI emerging markets chart. I think these markets have been oversold in recent months, especially over the past quarter or so. That includes the RMB. So I would expect all these markets, emerging markets, gold, to recover and rebound on this returning or normalizing relationship between the U.S. And China as they reinitiate talks, and also as China signals that it will boost its domestic economy, it will support its currency, etc., etc. Over the longer term, beyond the few weeks or so, we'll have to see how that plays out. But for now, I'm optimistic.
And Mikio, not everyone appears to be quite as optimistic, though. I mean, you talk about some hope that China will come through with additional stimulus here, yet it was a tough week for the mainland markets last week in particular. Do you think there are some real concerns out there that even with that stimulus promise, it's not quite enough to offset some of the growth slowdown that is taking place there?
Well, it will not offset the entire growth slowdown, of course, but you also have to see it in the context of the volatility of the Chinese market. The Chinese market rises in an extreme fashion where you have quote-unquote propaganda in the up direction, and it can go to extremes when it falls, just as in a manner that is just as volatile when you have things going wrong or unexpected bad news coming in. So I would expect if the Chinese authority persists on signaling support for the domestic economy, then I think you'll see the market stabilize in the short term. Mind you, we just had over the weekend the new super regulator, the Banking and Insurance Commission, essentially issue an order for Chinese banks to lend to the quote-unquote real economy. Right. I think we'll see more of this sort of thing coming in coming days and weeks as these talks progress or continue.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.